Hello and welcome everyone. Today we'll discuss the SEBI Act 1992 with the latest amendment of 2021, and the latest amendment was made by the Finance Act of 2021. So this is the PDF, and it is a latest PDF on the SEBI's website. You can go through that PDF, and else I'll provide it in the comment section, also in description of this video. This is the index, and there are 35 odd sections in this act, and these are 35 sections. However, due to this expansion of different section, it might be more than 35 sections. So now, talking about the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992, it was enforced by 30th day of January 1992. However, the date of enactment is 4th April 1992. So the date of enactment and the date of enforcement are two different things. And the date of enactment is 4th April 1992. So if question comes for enactment, you should write 4th April 1992. But if question is asked when was it enforced, then 30th day of 1992. So now the first chapter of this act is talks about the short title, extent and commencement. So two major things are important. It applies to whole of India and 30th January 1992. That is the date of enforcement. Coming to section 2 is the definition section. So we'll discuss the important definitions, which is like collective investment scheme means any scheme or arrangement which satisfies the conditions specified in section 11A. So we'll be discussing about section 11AA later on, and this definition was added by another amendment. So the citation for that is given here, and the citation is as Securities Laws Amendment Act 1999. So, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, everybody knows about IRDAI. If you don't know, then just Google it, you will come to know. Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. Uh, and the definition of it is also added by later on amendment, and that amendment was Finance Act 2017. Now, judicial members definition was also added later on, and that too was added by Finance Act 2017. So these are all important definitions. You can note them down. Reserve Bank means the Reserve Bank of India, constituted under Section 3 of Reserve Bank of India 1934 Act. So, talking about the Securities Contract Regulation Act, securities have the same meaning assigned to them as in the SCRA Act. Now, the definition of securities is really important because it has been discussed in various landmark cases, and it has been a topic of debate. So you should go and see the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 for the definition of securities. Now coming to the other clause, which is really important, section 2 clause 2, sub clause 2, which says that words, expressions used and not defined in this act but defined in Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 and Depositories Act shall have the same meaning respectively assigned to them in those acts. So if you don't know the meaning of certain words in this act, you can look for the Depositories Act and the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Now, talking about the establishment of SEBI. Establishment has two important things. First is that central government will notify on which the SEBI can be established. The other thing is that what is SEBI? SEBI is body corporate having perpetual succession and a common seal to acquire, hold and dispose of property both movable and immovable, and the SEBI can contract, and it can sue and can be sued by other parties. Now the head office of SEBI is at Bombay, and the SEBI will be opening its office in other places in India. Now what is the management of the board? Management of board shall consist of a chairman, two members from the officials of Ministry of the Finance. So there are two members from Ministry of Finance, then the one member from the officials of Reserve Bank, and the other five members shall be appointed by the central government of India, and of these five members, there shall be at least three members who shall be the whole-time members of the board. Now, talking about the general superintendent's direction and management of the board, it shall be dealt by the board. So, this particular subsection 2 gives power to the board, and the subsection 3 gives power to the chairman. The chairman shall have the same powers as the board, and he can take decision as the same decisions that a board can take. However, his decisions are regulated by certain regulations means SEBI has some rules. Since we are reading SEBI Act, it is not that descriptive. For more detail, you need to read SEBI rules. So we'll read that also. Now coming to subsection 4. Subsection 4 was not at all necessary. However, for the sake of brevity, they have clarified that the chairman and the other members referred in clause A and D of subsection 1 shall be appointed by central governments and the Reserve Bank respectively. Now coming to subsection 5, the chairman and the other members referred in A and D of section 1 shall be the persons of good character, which means ability, integrity, and who have standing in their own field, and shall have the special knowledge of finance, economics, law, and accountancy, administration, and then only they shall be appointed by central government for being the members of the board. Now coming to the terms of office and conditions of service of chairman and members of the board. So the terms of office of the chairman and the other members appointed under section clause D of subsection 1 of section 4, which means clause D, we as we have talked about, clause D talks about five members to be appointed by central government plus the chairman. So these two sorts of people shall be subject to such terms and conditions as they may be prescribed. So these prescription will be given by the SEBI rules. As we all know that SEBI has certain rules. So that prescription is given in the rules. Now coming to subsection 2. Subsection 2 talks about that the central government shall have the power to terminate the office of chairman and those other five members as prescribed under clause D of section 4, and at any time before the expiry of period prescribed. Now, which period? The period which was given in subsection 1. Subsection 1 does not prescribe a period. However, the SEBI rules prescribe a period. So go and look out for that period of SEBI in the SEBI rules, and let me know in the comment section. And I'll know that you guys are actually taking interest in SEBI Act 1992. Now, at any time before the period prescribed. Now coming to the notice period, which must be given 3 months. So before terminating chairman and the other members, the central government must give them 3 months notice, prior notice, or otherwise they can give them, if not possible to give 3 months prior notice, then they shall give them 3 months salary in the lieu of that. And also the chairman and the other members appointed under clause D shall have the right to resign from their post as the period prescribed under subsection 1. Again, subsection 1 does not prescribe a period. The SEBI rules prescribe a period. Go and look for those rules. Now coming to the right of chairman and the members to relinquish the office at any time before the expiry of prescribed period under subsection 1 by giving the central government notice of not less than 3 months in writing. So this was section 1 to 5 of the SEBI Act 1992. If you want the other parts of this SEBI Act series, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have any doubt regarding section 1 to 5, please let me know in the comment section as well. Also, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and let me know by hitting that like button. And you're most welcome to Legal Territory for more such updates and Barrett's revision. Thank you guys.